Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a lovely New South Wales University ground. We'll just quickly run through the sites. Mick, if you can give us State Rail Authority's team quickly.
All right, number one, the big rampaging Ron Fraser.
Quickly, I said.
Oh, quickly, all right. The wingers, Chris Gordon and Fred Eldrick. The magnificent dynamic duo in the centre. Hurry up, all right. Darren Durley, Darwin Kaloob. Number 6, the 5'8", the pivot. David Marshall, Darren Tuxford, Matthew Lilly, Mark Maynard, Glenn Hickson, Harold Withers, John Virag and Peter Horton.
Okay, just running quickly through the Castle Hill side. It goes Paul Gillen, Morris Tari, Tony Battacino, I don't know, anyhow. We'll go on with the rest. Kieran Shanahan's in number 2. Matt McKieran, 16 anyhow. They go for the kick-off in the grand final.
Well, they got 19 players out there anyway.
Yeah, we'll go through them eventually later on. Okay, goes the big Dumb Kennedy. He's put on a bit of beast since last season's grand final, but he takes it up just short of the 25-yard line. They go through Pat Prio looking for runners. Nice new haircut there by Pat Prio for the 1990 grand final. Okay, they make it over the 25. It goes to the big Jeff Cowling with a super run. Brought down nicely by number 8, Matt Lilly. Oh, there's a bit of a goop there. Scott Yorks drops the ball. Pressure now for Castle Hill. They swing to the left now. Through to Matt Lilly again. His father Dennis will be here later on today to make the throw down a few balls.
All right, and back to the game. Okay. That's Darwin Kaloob there, I believe. No, it was Fred Eldrick who gets tackled with the ball. Anyway, it goes out through the halfback. Who cares what his name is? He goes up to about 15 yards out. All right, will they go? They're not going for the early field goal. Paul comes out. He's a big boy. That's Peter Horton, the skipper there. Apparently he's in his 40th year of third-grade rugby league, Peter Horton. All right, they put the bomb up now. Peter Casey has no idea. Paul Gillen, was it? Was it?
Super, yeah, super. Well, he's got him in goal. That'll do for Castle Hill. Okay.
All right.
Kennedy.
Big John Quayle. What, a lookalike or a real player? Yeah, we got a John Quayle lookalike.
Back to the football.
The nose really is not big enough. All right, who's that at?
Scott York.
Scott at dummy half.
It's okay. Thank you, Mick. Goes out a flash kill on the powerful running fullback. Chimes in and through the centres. Pat Prio now at dummy half. He sends it to... great chip and chase. I think he's kicked it too wide. Trouble for the fullback. That was Ron Fraser. Actually looked in a bit of trouble, but finally cleans up about 35 metres out from his line. The winger now, number 5, Fred Eldricks, takes a bit of scurrying run. Makes no yards, but runs right across and sets himself up in the middle of the field. Okay, Cowling with number 2 tackles in there. Good defence here by Castle Hill early in the stages. They move it up to around 20 short of the halfway. Goes to the hooker. Mark Maynard, can you go through the names quickly? Shell him out. Okay, they drop it there. No one looking. An absolute goob. Number 4 now with the ball. Darren Kaloob. He's taken. Huge.
Absolutely monstered by Dumb Kennedy. And that's the last tackle now. SRA in trouble. Stacks on the middle, and they give it to the big boy. That's big John Virag.
We had him last year, remember?
I don't remember. I can't even remember what I did last night.
John Virag.
Oh, that's Flash Gillen down the sideline. Oh, and he meets the kicker up on about...
Too busy talking about last night.
About 35 yards out. Jeff Cowling now. He'll take it up and settle it up the centre. All right.
He can run, can't he, that Cowling?
He can run, yes, he can. All right, who's that at dummy half, Paul?
Prio now with the ball. Spencer through a dummy. He's looking for support. He's over the 25-yard line. SRA in all sorts of trouble. Castle Hill stacks in the middle. They spin it now to Ipso's little brother. He gives it on to Garrett. Pass the wall. Ball goes back now to number 13. Try time. Oh, it's poor. We'll just go to number 13. John McDonald. Well, hang your head, son. You've really goobed up there, but Matt McHugh, actually the name is of number 16. Matt McHugh, I think, goobed up there. Peter Casey takes a centre today. Thought he was out of luck. He thought he was only going to get a flag, but we'll ring up on Thursday to make sure he got the game.
But instead of him being out of luck, it's us who's out of luck because we have to watch his refereeing. All right, it's a scrum on about the 10-yard line. I tell you what, they've won this against the feet, have they, College? They have. It goes through Graham Anderson there. He's tackled now. They're about 20 yards out. It'll go through the forwards again, will it? Big Dum Kennedy. He's running a bit too much across field. Could be moving across field for the field goal. We'll see now. Are they going to... Ooh, I tell you what, that might have been a knock back. I thought that was Irvine, was it?
No.
No, that was Kieran Shanahan. And who do we have on this wing?
Number 5 is Pat Handsaker.
And we'll be shaking his hand in the dressing sheds at half-time, will we, Paul?
For God's sake, we will. Handsaker.
Well, that's a name and a half.
I think he's Norwegian.
Get involved, Pat.
Well, what was that for?
Well, I don't know, Paul. I actually wasn't watching the game. I seldom do.
It's pretty hard when Mrs. Host walks into the field, isn't it?
No, Mrs. Host.
Okay. They spin it out of the blind side. Goes through the halfback. On to be John Virag with a bustling run, but brought down heavily by the Castle forwards. Yes, it is, Mick. Okay, bit of a knock on. He's given a penalty. You must roll away. I think that's Big Pat Handsaker, is it? That's number 3, Morris T.R. He's a huge mother.
He is a huge rugby convert, I believe, Paul. Knows how to run, doesn't know how to tackle.
No, but he's absolutely huge.
But that's okay, because I don't know how to run or tackle, so, you know, you can't hold it against a man.
No, but then again, you're a Hollands.
Yeah, I am a Hollands, and I don't even know how to catch. Okay. Who's that? That'll be Mark Maynard. Passes it on to the big Matthew Lilly, Dennis's eldest son, I believe, Paul.
Yes, that's correct, Mick.
In fact, Dennis Lilly was, I believe he was 15 when he had Matthew. Oh, that's a knock on there.
Virag just dropping the ball there, Mick.
Well, he's lost it, hasn't he? He's dropped his bundle.
He has, Mick, a couple of times. He's just too tall for the lock position. Have a go at him.
Apparently he dropped his load last night, but that's irrelevant to
Empty
the game.
the barra, so to speak, you mean, Mick. Talking of that, this bloke's got a lot of class, hasn't he? Touch of class, that is.
He has. That's Darren Dooley there, gets tackled on about 70 yards out now, and that's...
Tony...
Oops, I'm looking at the wrong team.
I think it's something to do... He's Italian. I think it's some dish. I think they've given his name up.
Tony Bianchini. Yes, thanks. I'll have a nice cream sauce with that too, thank you. Right, that'll be Pat Handsaker. Oh, he's got a good big kick there. He'll be shaking hands with someone on the road if he kicks it any bigger, Paul.
Oh, he's got a great hand and a boot too, Mick. Be kicking that far.
He's got 2 boots.
2 boots? Well, he has 2. It's unlikely winger for having 2 boots.
That could be dangerous, Paul. 2 boots on the one man.
They could be dangerous, Mick. We'll have to look at that at half-time. I think referees haven't seen it yet, but soon they soon will. Okay, tap now to be taken by Anderson. It goes to Prio. Moves on now to a huge man there that we haven't picked up his name. John McDonald.
Oh, big Jeff Cowling. He was rampaging there. He's taken it up to the 22-yard line. Who's that at dummy half? I don't know. I don't care. Anderson gets it on to Yorkie. Scott York, big rampaging runner, about 15 yards out now. And now it'll be Flash Gillen, went down the ply, but it's going to go open through the backs. That's the big rugby convert. What's his name? Morris Terrari.
He drives one too, doesn't he?
That wasn't Morris Terrari, because that's Morris Terrari, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
They've got the numbers wrong.
They have too. They've got the wrong bloody jerseys on.
Hold this, Paul. I'll get my pen.
Okay, thanks, mate. Okay, you're going to have to change jersey. We'll get a message on there real soon. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but I'll tell you what, whoever he is, Morris or Tony, Bonacini, okay, it moves out through now, their forwards. I think that was Lilly being thrown to the ground by Dumb Kennedy. What a dumb thing to do, son. Morris now. Well, ooh, this could be the first points of the game and a very
yes, that's a
suspect decision.
That's a classic ruling there, Paul. They were penalised for not running hard enough.
I'm not running
very
hard enough.
I tell you what, if they had that rule in when I played rugby league, Paul, then I would have been down 50 penalties every game. If I touched the ball that many times. We've got Steve Edmed, Dan? Daniel?
Yell out to him. No, I don't think it is.
I don't think it's Steve Edmed.
It's too ugly. Okay, they'll Dumb Kennedy now to have a stab at goal. Doesn't really have all the style. Oh, sorry, mate. Well, we've already been told to shut up by the crowd. That'll go on all afternoon. It's only early. Only 13 minutes into the game.
So let's talk a bit louder. All right, Dom Kennedy now. He's about, what, Paul, 20 yards out?
Mate, don't talk too loud.
Don't talk too loud. He's about 20 yards out.
Talking of stabbing, I'd like to say just one thing. That bastard that stabbed that bloke at Epping Pub.
Peter Carroll. Peter Carroll.
Yes. Bad blow, mate.
Bad blow, yes.
Bad blow. Okay, back to the stabbing.
Apparently they've caught the
Stabber.
stabber.
What, Dumb Kennedy?
Greg Carroll.
Greg Carroll.
Yes, yes.
I thought it was Bob. That's his father, isn't it?
It was a giveaway case, actually, because it turned out that the knife that was used is one of the butter knives
Oh, no.
from their cutlery drawer.
You're spooning me, aren't you?
You're spooning me,
Well,
okay.
spoon lies a lot.
Well, Don Kennedy's, he's taken a long time here, Paul, and he's lost it. I think Jeff Cowling will be doing the kicking in the second half.
I'm sure of it. Basically sure he'll be captain too, I'm sure of it. Look how far he goes back for a stab. He takes about 30 yards. It takes all the time in the world. Upright and quick stab. See the stab? Stabs it. It's a post over. 2-0. 2-0. Huge stab.
I hate to say it, Paul, but that is possibly the worst goal-kicking action I have ever seen.
Well, have a look at the body. How could you not stab?
Oh, my God.
Fair or what? It's a fair body.
Oh, it's a peach. It's the whole bag of fruit.
It is. I'll have a bag of fruit. Thanks, Eddie.
All right, that'll be, well, let's just say it's Mark Maynard to do the kicking, even though it's really Darwin Kaloob. He likes
Not a goob, mate.
He's kicked his shallow to Cowling.
Now that's a goob. Sure sign, mate. Sure sign.
Well, I thought Jeff had worn off his goob nickname, Paul, but...
Takes a long time, doesn't it? They sort of shake that one away, Jeff. You'll have a look at that on video tonight and think, holy durly.
That's all right, Jeff. You're not expected to catch the football like that. I mean, situations like that. It's what backs
He's
are
not a
for.
Hollands, mate. Okay, Anderson to feed the ball now. Whoa, they're broken early out of that scrum. Dumb Kennedy now, the hugest hooker in the world. But he's taking a nice little scurrying run. I'll give him 15 yards, easy. Anderson now, dummy half. It goes to Prio, the ball running now. Had York on his outside, elected not to use him. Anderson still playing the dummy half role. Goes now to Dumb Kennedy, the hooker. Bad ball thrown to him, met heavily by the defensive State Rail Authority. Pat Prio, ball player, I think it's got to be a kick, but Cowling's on the outside. It is a kick. All the time you'd like, son. And a huge kick. Goob. Oh! Oh! Did it touch him? There was a lot of ohs there. But anyhow, brought down by Chris City. That's right. We are watching it for nothing. Oh, we did pay $2.
We did, so...
Okay, Shanahan with another tackle. 2 in a row. Can he do a 3? We'll have a bet on this. No, he won't. He likes to go the blind when there's none. Oh, huge hit by number 8 there. Mick, if you can run down.
Angus McPherson.
Angus. Where's his kilt? Okay, goes on now to Lily's son.
I don't want to know where his kilt is. I want to know what's under his kilt.
Not much I can tell you. I'll see him in the shower. Okay, the kick with the goob. Goes back to Patchy Gillen. He's got one sock down, one sock up. This could be dangerous. Oh, he stepped 2, 3, 4. He's right through. The man is...
Oh, my God. Well, what a run from Patch Gillen, and that's brought the crowd alight. They're going to swing it wide now through Prio and go on to Jeff Cowling now. He straightens it up even though he didn't get the ball.
Well, Jeff elected to just dummy now. It was very good.
It was good from Jeff. And what about that run from Patch Gillen?
Patchy Gillen. Super patchy player, but what a game breaker. McHugh now, right through, no support, he's got a chip and chase. He doesn't need it. This is a try.
Oh, he didn't look, Paul.
Desperation.
Stacks on the mill for SRA. Oh, that's got to be a penalty. Thank you, PC.
Well, that'll be, mate. That's 4-0. Another step.
And he's given him 5. Big Johnny Varag's been given 5 in the bin.
What a great decision. Peter Casey was a bit scared. He told me last night that he'd made the wrong decisions, but he's made a fine decision there.
Well, professional foul there, Paul. Classic Casey. Soon to be 4-0. Well,
We'll have a bite of that sausage roll, thanks, love. That was big.
Johnny Varag. His name's John. John, that's Peter Horton you're looking at. Oh, dumb.
I thought Peter, his brother, was playing. Sorry.
Oh, Flash has gone down.
Oh, trouble. The game breaker, that's it.
Well, this is about the extent.
Well, Dave Daly's taking out the water bottle, but forgot to take it. He's got a can of Tuies in his hand. That could be anything to patch.
This is about the extent of Dom Kennedy's range, isn't it, Paul, the kicking?
Can ever, though, doesn't it?
15 yards out. That's about as far as he can do.
Why doesn't he just stand up and stab it? Why does he need the run back?
Well, I don't know, Paul. If there's any children out there watching, this is not how to kick.
He's a professional. Don't try this at home, boys and girls.
Because your parents will tell you you're a goob.
And a very ugly one at that.
Oh my God.
Oh, how far does he want to go back?
And here he goes. Watch the look at those steps he does in.
Oh, that isn't that the ugliest style you ever seen.
His hairstyle.
Oh yeah, shut up, Mitch.
Flash soda, touch of class. Thank you, Mitch.
Yeah, it would have worked well, except I used it before. Anyhow, back to the game. Give a call there, mate.
What's that?
What are you watching?
No, I'm
Just watching the girls roll up. Okay, 4-0. We've only been playing for 19 minutes. Number 4, the Goob to kick off.
less injury time, Paul.
Less injury time, thanks, Mick. They'll use it. They cook it down to the Goob again. Oh, he's taken it! Well, man of the match for mine, Mick.
Oh, well, Jeff Cowling, he's made up for it and added some, hasn't he?
Added somewhat.
Added some.
Well, 2 and 2 it is.
Yeah, it's 4.
So that's 4-0.
4-0, yeah, that's right. It's 4-0 here to College, and they're going to work it out through the forward zone. And who's this big, fast-running?
Goober. Oh, that's mate.
Angus
McPherson.
McPherson. Well, he was running just a little bit too fast there, Paul.
I don't think so. I think he was just a total Goob. Basically.
They've got the lock feeding the scrum now, Paul. That's Peter Horton, the skipper. He can play any position. When you've been playing college football for 40 years,
yes,
you get to play a few positions.
You do.
That's second row lock and halfback now he's played.
Yes. Well, he's a guy that's had a nice off-season. Hasn't worked well on his fitness during the season.
That'd be big.
Harold Withers.
Oh, I was looking at.
11, mate. Harold Withers.
I was looking at Glenn Hickson. Hicksy.
Oh, big Hickey. No, mate. No Hickeys here today. They had an easy night last night.
Quiet night last night.
No job.
No.
No Hickeys.
No Hickey's in any noticeable areas of his body.
That's a Goob. Cowling done a mountain of defence.
Yes, that's his 3rd tackle today, Cowling.
Yes, mountain. Well, scurrying run. If they go over here, they're 1 man down, and there'll be 6. Oh, last tackle. We didn't watch that one. Actually, it was a Goob. Wasn't that good? Scotty York. A nice bustling run. Anderson now. A bit of a dummy. Scurry himself. You could actually throw a blanket over the whole castle side.
It'd want to be a very big blanket, though, Paul.
I was going to say it, but he'd keep it warm. Dum Kennedy now with a nice run right up to almost to the 25-yard line. Anderson, dummy half again. Goes back for the kicker. Oh, no, it's Angus McPherson. If he marries a girl called Coot, what would happen then, Mick? They'd have a jewellery store. Oh, short sign. It's out in the full.
Okay, I'm thinking Coot McPherson. What does that mean? All right. Well, Peter Casey's brought it back here for a scrum on about 20 yards out from College's line. And Big Hicksy packs in there. He's packing in at prop, which is not surprising because he's wearing number 10. And there's no ball, and there's no ball boy on the far side. Well, no, I'm lying. There is a ball boy on the far side.
It's a short sign.
Far side.
Far side. Short side.
All right, they feed the scrum now. Clean heel to SRA, but they got the push, College. Passes on the inside to little Darren Tuxford, old Tuxie. Tuxie takes it up about 15 yards out now. They're going to rampage it up through the centre, but you can't get through Jeff Cowling. Even though, yes, that was Jeff Cowling. All right, who's that, Paul?
Summer 8, mate. That's
Matthew Lilly.
Yeah, Lily, come on.
Maynard at dummy half gets it out too. Oh, that's big Harold Withers. And he'll be withering early in the second half, Paul, because he's a bit overweight. All right, little Maynard, he takes it up. It's last tackle now. SRA really haven't got much in attack,
Here
Paul.
comes the bomb if they're smart enough. It isn't.
Well, that's
two in a row, mate. They've gone through the 6 tackles and not pulled anything off. Kelly now with another solid run. Ooh.
Well, it's not really up. It's not really up to 3rd grade standard.
Johnny,
Paul,
vigorous, very vigorous.
All right, Morris.
Anyhow.
Morris Takanuki takes it up to the 22-yard line. It goes through. Pat Prio, the skipper, leads by example, doesn't he, Paul?
Yes, he does. Who's the skipper? Pat Prio, yes.
Patrick Prio.
Well, let's have a big Patrick Keelan gives a big clap. Now, talking of pair bodies, have a go at that body. Good tan, too.
He doesn't have a good body, Patch, but there's one thing about Patch's body that I wouldn't mind having.
Oh, don't we know why his body's paired? To carry that around, he need one. Okay, a huge kick.
From big
Handsake.
Pat Handsaker. Apparently he's on the field today for his kicking, Paul.
Not for his handsake, Mick. Hasn't got very good hands.
That's right. Oh, yes.
Well, you led me into that one beautifully, didn't you?
Pat Prio now, and it goes on to...
You know him, Mick.
Of course I do. Big Angus, he's doing a mountain of work, isn't he? Mount Vesuvius, he's going to erupt in the second half.
Here comes Dom Kennedy. He needs a penalty so he can have another stab. Well, he's called him out.
I don't know what he's done. Well, has PC lost control there, Paul? I think basically there was a bit too much aggression in the tackle. Oh, he's called out.
Silent movie.
Well, I actually thought he was calling out SRA, Paul, but the penalty's going to go against College. It's on about the halfway line for raising the elbow in the tackle.
Well, he may have raised that than his penis, mate, because it's no good to him having a hard on in the tackle.
Okay, Paul, that's the 48th sexual innuendo you've done in the last 10 minutes.
That's a touch.
Oh, well.
Oh, he's only there for his handsake, that bloke,
Well,
too.
Paddy Handsaker, he got his hands on the ball there, Paul, and lucky for the sake of it's raining.
Pissing down, actually. They've lost the ball. Oh, it's on. Scotty York just doesn't mind to throw one. Well, they got the ball. This could be stupid. It could be 4-2. He's going to call Scotty York. Something's happened in the tackle. He's got away with it. Number 10, Glenn Hickson. He's been around for a while too, Mick. Scotty York's just thrown one into the face of the big Greg Hickson, but Tash hasn't seen it.
Mate, Glenn.
Glenn?
Greg's his brother, mate.
Sorry, mate.
We don't talk about Greg. He's...
Oh, don't go on with that, Mick, because that's too sad.
Well, there were slurs about Greg being a homosexual, and...
Well, mate, I told you not to say anything, please.
You know, okay, mate. Well, I was just about to say that I don't want to spread those rumours about Greg Hickson.
Well, you may as well, because he's spreading something. He's spreading AIDS, a homo.
Yeah. Okay, it's a lucky penalty there because College were in a little bit of trouble there, Paul. And there's Mrs. Host. Oh, well, we've got a few redheads in front of us, but we won't go on about that, Paul, because they're a little bit too
Anyone
close.
got any matches? Okay, handsake.
Skewed off the side of his boot there, Handsaker, but I believe Spoonsy's got that on video. Best in the game, Spoonsy.
Spoonsy. No. It's a joke, joke.
What'd they say?
He said you want to lie.
It's a joke, son, it's a joke. All right, big Dom Kennedy now, he takes it up. And he gets a good ball away too to Paddy Prio and on to Scotty York.
He'll make up for it. Oh, sure will.
Well, Peter Casey had called held apparently and called it.
It's actually 26 minutes into the first half. Peter Casey's starting to get a bit tired. Here comes the whistle. Things start to slow down. You know what else happens after that?
We go to the shop.
That's right. I have a steak sandwich, thanks.
Yeah, make mine with sauce and a bit of lettuce.
Okay.
All right, Maynard feeds a scrum now. They got the full contingent back on the field. It wasn't Maynard, it was Hickson.
No, it wasn't, mate.
It was...
Peter Horton.
Horton, the skipper. All right, I tell you what, that guy has got the worst hands in rugby league, and he's a centre.
I told you, here comes the penalties.
That's Darren Dooley. Apparently he's Richard Dooley's son, which won't make any sense to anyone.
Hang down your head, Dick Dooley.
Hang down your head, Darren Dooley. I tell you what, maybe he should try catching the ball with his head, Paul, because he certainly can't catch it with his hands, can he?
That's right.
All right, that'll be the inspirational skipper, Peter Horton, to take the conversion attempt here.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought it was meant to be the first day of spring today. It hasn't laid on any, has it?
Well, nature has laid on a nice little sprinkle for us, Paul, to welcome in the new season, and I'd like to say hello to spring.
Yes, sitting back there in his hospital bed, old Larry Spring. He said he couldn't make it today because he's a bit ill.
Actually, I was wrong, Paul, before. It's actually Hicksy. Hicksy's going to take the kick now. Let's have a look at his style. He's an around-the-corner kicker, slightly more conventional than Dom Kennedy. Well, he takes the 3 steps, and it skews off to the left-hand side of the post, and that's no points. It's still 4-0 to College. Okay, sideline eye, Tony McGay. We've still got problems with the microphone down there, Paul. We still can't get any information from him on the sideline.
We'll have to call the game as we see it. Well, all first, I reckon 20 minutes was all Castle Hill, but it's been turned around. SRA holding them in their own 25. He's knocked the ball on. Here's a chance now for Castle to do something with the ball. And the big airhead's just arrived. Everyone laying in a few punches. It's good to see Dean Fitzgerald turn up for the punching bag competition. Okay, they feed the ball now. Go straight to Castle Hill's side. They're offside, sir. Yes, that's correct. Must stay on side and stay packed in. That's John Vigaraga. He's not a fucking wog either. Okay.
We'll leave the ethnic slurs, Paul, to after the game. This will be Handsaker here now. He's put in a good little kick. It's right up onto the quarter line now. And they'll put on a set move here, won't they, Paul?
Probably not, Mick.
Let's have a look at it. They've been practicing this
I think it's an egg roll or something like that.
Egg roll Wednesday.
I'll have a bit of bacon with mine, thanks.
Yes, and a little bit of cheese on mine, thank you. Well, it was the move. It was the halfback, passed it to Paddy Prio, and he passed it on to Scott York.
The old Yorkie.
Yeah, Yorkie. That's Yorkie 3. All right, Paddy Prio now. That's Prio 4, that move. Never has worked. Never has worked.
Oh, it hasn't.
All right, that's Anderson there, is it? Anderson, I tell you what, there's room out here. Flash Gillen, he'll go in. They won't stop him that far out. Oh, and he's gone in.
Man of the match already. Absolute magic by Patchy Gillen.
Oh, I tell you what.
Early night last night has done him the world of good.
Patch Gillen, a game breaker. And from 10 yards out, you can't stop him. The man's a bus. The man's a whole fleet of buses, isn't he?
He is, mate. A long nose bus too when he has hard on.
Yeah.
Won't touch that one, will we? Can't touch that.
Can't touch that. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of girls who don't want to touch it too, Paul.
Well, I wouldn't be touching it. Have you seen it? Ugh.
All right, Dom Kennedy. I think this is really out of his range here, Paul. But it's 8-0 to College, and I think SRA are spent force.
Mate, don't underestimate them because they came back nice and strong last season in the second half. And I tell you what, the game's not over till the fat lady sings.
And here she comes now. Oh, and she's put on a bit of weight too, hasn't she? The fat lady. What's she going to sing for us
McDonald's
today?
all the way here. She'll probably sing.
No, she's still warming up, Paul. Oh!
She'll probably sing You Can't Touch That.
Can't touch that. All right, well, I certainly hope for SRA's sake that they've got some reserves, Paul, because they're looking very tired boys out there, and they really don't have any game breakers.
Well, you got to watch young John Vigaraga. If he gets a roll in the second half, he could be dangerous. I've seen him before. They got to watch the like Peter Horton, the captain and skipper. But then again, he dies in the arse. But I think the guy to watch that I've liked so far for SRA is Darwin Kaloob.
Yeah, Paul.
Darwin is not a goob, mate.
No, I agree with you, Paul. Darwin Kaloob, he's really holding this SRA team together. And Dom Kennedy, well, he was always stabbing it out to the right, and that's where it's gone. All right, here comes the reserves now. That'll be, let's pick the best name out of the reserves. How about Carpy Toop?
Well, it'd be nice if they gave us the numbers next to the reserves, wouldn't it?
It would, wouldn't it? He's got to either be Mark Ferris or Cappy Toop. I think it'd be Mark Ferris,
well,
Paul.
I'm going to go for Martin Morris myself.
Well, I'm going to call him Mark Ferris, and I don't care.
Well, Carpy Toopy.
No,
Can't be too sure.
Carpy Toopy. And who's that coming off, Paul? That'll be the inspirational prop forward, is it? Matthew Lilly, is it?
Oh, old Dennis has come all the way from Western Australia to see some play too.
Well, I tell you what, Matthew Lilly, he's going to have to take up spin bowling, I think, Paul. Nice little leggies with a few googlies thrown in because he won't.
Not a real good leggy, mate. He doesn't have real good leggies.
He's got a bad leggy, hasn't he?
Yes. I think they call that a googler.
It's Jeff Cowling again. No! Well, they obviously didn't do football catching practice, did they, Paul, during the week?
I think old Ian Hazelwood's forgot to do that one.
Well, that's often the thing, Paul. A coach fails to emphasise his own weaknesses, and we all know that Ian Hazelwood has weaknesses in every facet of rugby league, and therefore does not turn up to training anymore, Paul.
He's got strong. I think the only thing strong on him is his calves. They're beautiful shaved calves.
Shaved calves. No, he did tell me, Paul, in year 11 that those calves are not shaved. That's natural hairlessness. Apparently the moustache on the man took 13 years to grow. And you think he's going to shave that off?
Not a rat's bum, he isn't. Okay, back to the footy, Mick. Can you give us a few calls?
Sorry about that, Ian, but...
Back to the calling.
Okay. Well, SRA, they're 10 yards out. That goes through Peter Horton on to big Johnny Virag now. And they're worried about him, College. He's about the only man who's causing any trouble out there. Besides, of course, Darwin Carloob. Now, you told me about Darwin Carloob.
Yeah, I also told you about Johnny. Okay,
all right, Horton now. He almost gave it to Kaloob there too, and that could have been dangerous. It's the last tackle. They've got to put the kick in this time.
Must. Here it is, Kaloob with a grubber.
Well, I tell you what, it's a nicely weighted little grubber there, in danger, but Flash Gillen's got it, and he'll get this out too, won't he?
He'll go out.
Oh, I tell you what, he thought about offloading there, and that could have been dangerous.
It could have been awesomely dangerous there, Mick, but
could have been dangerous for SRA, mate. Could have been a 105-yard try.
Sure could have. But anyhow, absolutely sensational. I can't go on with that one.
You're not going to tell me Dom Kennedy does the dropouts, are you?
No, because he can't stab at those. But then again, he's going to do it. This will be funny.
Dom Kennedy does the dropouts.
Just watch this one carefully, people.
Well, with his run-up, Paul, he's going to be behind the fence before he starts, isn't he?
He's going to be up there, mate, in that building. That golf
Here he
club.
goes now. Let's watch the artificial
straight up again. He's back. Ooh.
Oh, I tell you what, he's got it 43 yards, and there's nothing wrong with that dropout.
There isn't. We'll eat shit about that one.
Oh! Big Tony Bianchini pulls off a big hit there, and he's done it up for a second one. He's going to go for a third, is he? No, he's pulled out his time.
He's a union player, mate. They can only do 2 tackles ago. Oh, pardon me.
Well, the half-time whistle has gone here in 3rd grade, and it's 8-0 to Catholic College Education Sydney.
Half. We'll take a break and be back after this. Daniel, mate, you let Daniel ask you. Daniel!
Well, it's half-time.
Get down there and do a half-time somewhere.
Half-time here at glorious David Phillips Oval in the new magnificent sporting complex they have. I better take this out, hey? Okay, take 2, it's half-time. Look at the, it's half-time here, and it's 8-4 to the Catholic, is it 8-4, Paul? 8-0? 8-0 to Catholic College of Education Sydney. I've really got to get rid of this.
Oh, just not to be 40 of that.
Sorry, mate, I put it back in. All right, for mine, Flash Gillen so far the most influential player in the game, but all of the college players putting in the work, Paul, in the middle.
Yes, they are, Mick, very, very nicely.
Okay, and for mine, the entire pack is really packing it in there, aren't they, Paul? They're really, and all the backs are really backing up well, aren't they, Paul? And all the reserves are really.
Yes.
They're really sitting on that bench very well. Now, running through the State Rail side, for mine so far, it's been a pretty quiet effort from State Rail all up. Most notable players, I would have said, the skipper, Peter Horton. What a player, Paul.
Very good, Mick, very good.
Peter Horton, this is his swan song this year, Paul. He's played 33 years, apparently, of 3rd grade football, and he's a little bit tired.
I bet he would after 33 years.
33 years without a sleep. Woo. Woo. Okay, also very inspirational. Oh, he'd be very thirsty, wouldn't he? John Varag, the big number 12, he got 5 minutes in the bin, but he came out, Paul, and he really dominated that pack for SRA.
But then again, he's been a bit quiet in the early stages, I thought. Could have done a bit more work in the early stages of that game, first half.
He could have done a bit more work early in the first stage, especially when he was in the bin, Paul. His work rate dropped right down in that 5 minutes when he was in the bin. All right, and also very influential for... Ooh, Dave Daly, sideline eye. Did we use the wind enough? Well, we haven't got sailing boats out there, Dave, so probably not. All right, well, we'll see you in the second half, and no doubt throughout the entire day, because we really are camera hogs. Okay. Well, the SRA team come out now, and they've got the wind behind their backs in this second half, and believe me, they'll need it, Paul. All right, we've got a new cameraman here, and he's a little bit shaky, isn't he? But it's the one, the only, the super coach, Paul Donkin. All right, college coming out now. They're really geeing each other up. Well, I tell you what, Paddy Handsaker, is that number 2, Paulie? No, it's not. No, that'd be that'd be Kieran Shanahan. He's got a nice little haircut on him, hasn't he, Paul?
Very short.
Nice if you're a dirty little putter, that is. All right. It's 8-0 here, and I really don't think that SRA have got it. All right, well, there he is. Number 2, Kieran Shanahan. He's had a fairly quiet start to the game, but hoping to get involved in the second half. And he's got that hair especially for the game, Paul, or I should say especially for the post-game function, because he is going to wear his football boots to the post-game function. And as we all know, Paul, as long as you're wearing your boots, it's okay to engage in homosexual activities. That's only a local Catholic college ruling, but okay. Dum Kennedy to get the ball off now. He's kicked it, it's pretty short, it goes to big Johnny Viraga. I wouldn't be kicking to him, Paul. Paul's too busy cameramanning. Well, I tell you what, they got four defenders in that tackle. Count them, Paul. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, very good, Mick.
Thank you. I did 3 in it, maths. There's nothing wrong with my counting.
Well, that's a year 10.
All right, that'll be Mark Maynard, as always, ever present at the dummy half. I tell you what, they've come out firing, and who's that? That'll be the fullback, Ronnie Fraser.
Ronnie, yes, that's right, Mick.
That's sort of a mixture of Ronnie Reagan and Malcolm Fraser. In other words, a real bastard. All right.
Say more on that one.
It's 4th tackle now, I do believe, and they're going to kick it down early in the tackle count. Well, it's not that early, really, is it? You are on the game, eh? Flash Gillen now. That's danger for SRA. Well, he'll beat this tackle, Paul. He runs away from his support, but he doesn't need his support. Oh, I tell you. Oh! Oh, Flash won't appreciate that tackle there.
Oh, look who it was.
All right, Dum Kennedy now, and they're going to take it up through the forwards, I do believe. It'll be Paddy Prio, the ball player. He gets it through on 2. Help me, Paul. Angus McPherson. All right. Anderson now under Prio. And big Jeff Cowling. All right. He takes it up there about 62 yards out, Paul. Probably nothing on at the moment. They're going to use the backs. Morris Takanuki gets it through. Oh, well, Gene Miles, a la Gene Miles, goes onto the rugby convert, back to Morris, and out to Paddy Handsaker, who is monstered. Well, Paul, beautiful bit of backline. They're finally using it well. Spoonsy just did the quickest strapping job on Hosty the world has ever seen. No, Spoonsy hasn't started. That's the reason why we have this amateur cameraman. He was doing a very good job, I might add.
Daily, you mean?
Yeah.
Probably a bit quiet through this second half, just for a while because I've got to sort through. Oh, he's back. Anyhow,
what happened?
Again.
Well, we've got our commentator. God. Well, we're back to the previous team, ladies and gentlemen. It's Spoonsy on camera, and of course, I'm Michael Holland, and
I'm Paul Longer. The next 30 minutes. What are we doing this one? We're meant to be doing our row warrant, aren't we?
I can't remember. All right.
Okay, where's my program?
Paul's lost his program, so I'll call the game from here. That's big. Hang on, Matthew Lilly's still on. We obviously called it wrongly, or was it a head bid? A foot bid in his case.
Glenn Hickson that came off before.
Oh, Hicksy came off, okay. Oh, well, I tell you what, Kieran Shanahan, he didn't want to know about that ball, and big Pat Gillen's got the ball. He'll beat 1. He could beat 2. He could beat 3. Well, he beat 2, didn't he?
Well, he did. You got almost a 3rd one there, but anyhow.
Scotty York now. No.
What's he doing? He's doing it. Just seen down there. He's doing.
If it's not on the camera, Paul, don't commentate on it. Okay. All right, Scotty York now. Well, he was.
Oh, did you see that? Just got his foot out.
Well, he was taunting with the sideline, Scotty York, and Mr. Peter Casey, the referee out there in the lovely red TNT shirt, has saved college there.
Oh, mate, the explosive referee. Get it? Explosive.
Yeah.
Yes, it wasn't real good for Handsaker.
Okay, Handsaker. Well, he's very safe, isn't he, Paul? And that's, of course, that's triangle legs. They're the blue flag touch judge.
Well, it's like Castle Hill. Look.
Thank you, Paul. Okay, good comment. Hey, from the super coach. All right, that'll be McHugh now. He's done another one of those passes. He's getting a bit carried away. Well, he's kept it himself. I thought that could have gone on to Paddy Handsaker, but it didn't. Okay, that's Morris Takanuki now. Gets it through to Paddy Prio. He hasn't got any runners. He's going to have to take the tackle himself.
Here, mate. But I think this, in the half time, I'd say Paddy Prio's, not Paddy Prio, Peter Bowd has told them to use the backs, and this is what they're exactly doing now.
Well, they've really got it over SRA in the backs, Paul. I tell you what. SRA have got the ball.
They have.
And they have absolutely no players back. There's been a goob, it's 6 to go, and And there's a man down, Paul.
Yes, anyhow, Mick, give us the microphone. I'll take over there. A huge run by Lily, brought down on the 25-yard line. Okay, that'll be... Who's that? The hooker, Mick, just quickly give him... Here's John.
Marky Maynard.
Marky Maynard. Keep forgetting old Marky. He just came into this game. Okay, this is the Goob with a kick now. He'll kick it deep. Down to Patrick. Jesus, dangerous kicking to him. He'll take the ball. Oh, I hope he'll beat 2 at least, Mick. 2 at least. He'll beat number 2. He's a Goob. No. Well, here's Shanahan for the first
touch of the ball, is it? And I tell you what, he's beaten 2.
I heard he's the Ian Roberts of University Cup.
Yeah, we all know what that means. Okay. What's that? Oh, I stole the microphone off you. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Anyhow, back to the game.
Okay, that'll be Paddy Prio now on to Scott York, and he's still making those hard yards. And he's made the bust, and there's... Well, if Peter Casey wasn't in the way, there was support out wide there. They'll use the backs now, will they, Paul? Oh no, it's gone for Dom Kennedy. What do you know? He got tackled.
What can you say?
All right,
Every time he gets the ball, you think, he's going to stab it.
Anderson, who's this?
McHugh. Gillen! Oh,
well, they're worried about Gillen. Every time he gets the ball, Paul, he's making yards.
He is, mate. I think he's all revved up. It looks like another baby on the way for Mrs. McHugh. He's excited out there. Mr. McHugh, he's all revved up. I've heard it was this time last year that the young McHugh was conceived, Mick, after he got a bit excited after winning the grand final. So there. Okay, the winger number 5, first touches. Fred Eldricks has finally touched the ball.
We actually had the conception cam there on the day, Paul, and I believe you and I, we did a very good commentary on the entire conception, and it started out with a nice dinner. A candlelit dinner.
A few beers, he'd had a few beers after
a couple of beers, of course. That was the only thing about the candlelit dinner. McHugh, he didn't actually make it to the dinner, did he? He was out with his mates down the pub, wasn't he? So, but he did make it home about 12, but we won't go on about that. Oh, here's Handsaker now. He's got open spaces.
They're coming, but there's no chasers. It's letting them down.
55 yards out now. Morris Takanuki gives it off to Kieran Shanahan. He's hunting for the ball now, Paul.
Ian Roberts.
Oh, you've slipped that microphone.
I have again, I have to. Yorkie now. Here he goes, another bustling run. Huge running there. Who's that? Look. Okay, McHugh now. He's excited. Dumb Kennedy gives it away. Oh, Chris Shanahan. He's dropped the ball. Dumb Kennedy back on. Oh, it's on. Is it on? And then he got up and had a look. He sort of Ian Roberts, and then we knew him out. Don't want any blood spill on these hands. Thanks very much. Okay, it's going to be fed straight on, right on line to 25 with SRA to feed. That's an unusual thing to happen at the captain and meant to be lock is play halfback, and the halfback is playing hooker.
I'll tell you what, Paul, you and I are rugby league geniuses because I stole them over. We are rugby league geniuses because I was about to comment on the exact same thing. Peter Horton, the skipper, is feeding the scrums. He's meant to be packing the lock. I don't know where that means the halfback is.
Hooker, mate.
Yeah.
They haven't made many yards in 3 tackles, if you notice there, Mick, quickly.
They haven't. It's going to go out to Maynard now, though. He's monstered there by Dumb Kennedy. He's doing...
it's not, mate. It's number 13. If you'd have a look on your program, that's John McDonald.
Well done, John McDonald.
It's Ronald's son.
Okay, I'll have a big back quarter pound. Great taste at McDonald's. All right, that's gone into open spaces now. It's anyone's ball, but unfortunately for SRA, Patch Gillen's picked it up.
Look at the chase. No chase. He's round 1.
He's around 2.
No,
he's around 3. He's around 4, and he's up the middle. He's made a massive break. Oh, no, he hasn't.
Mate.
Oh, sorry. I was watching the hockey out the back.
All right.
A
bit exciting, doesn't it, that hockey?
Oh, yeah.
3-0 now with the ball. Sends it out to...
Morris Takanuki. And on to big Tony Bianchini. Well, he's having a field day out there out wide. They can't handle him. He's a big boy.
Number 11. It's a bit of a late tackle, and just stole the microphone back. It goes to Anderson.
And I'm right back.
It goes to Nakanui. Try time. A step and a jig under the post. Magic try. Kiss it goodnight. Super try. Well, step on the left, step on the right, under the post. Absolute magic. Had to come eventually.
Well, Morris Takanuki, what can you say, Paul? He beat 3 players there, didn't he?
Yeah, you could probably say a bit more about him. He can get more excited. couldn't you really?
Okay. Morris Takanuki, what could you say about that? I mean, that was a really nice try, wasn't it?
It's super
It was
try. Get Morris say things like super try.
It was a super try. It was a real hoot of a try. Wasn't it?
Oh, well, there goes Mick. The women are here and he's off.
Oh, okay.
We're off. No, we're still, no. Okay, we'll stop now for a break. Dumb Kennedy taking all the time to have another stab. Oh, this could happen anything here. Well, oh, is it? Oh.
Put my legs over here.
Yeah, and he'll be crumped, yes. Okay, he takes, there's his 77 steps, 78, 79. Oh, short of 80.
He takes another step, he'll get run over by a car.
Straight, stab. Beautiful stab.
Wow.
Well, he's going to have to look at this on camera and absolutely piss himself with laughter. It is a nice tie, thank you very much, Julie. Okay, the score update, Mick, quickly, if you could run it by me just once.
14-0.
14-0, well, this is dangerous. Can they come back? I don't think it can. Well, Mrs. McHugh just lining up another fag. A lovely fag there, it is. Okay, Magoob to kick off. Deep, back to Cowling once again. Now it goes to Prio. Takes the ball up a step. Ooh, brought down. Cowling yet to have a run in the second half. Here he goes. The man, Super, he's making, he's made a good 10 yards there, Mick.
Well, it was more like 9.5, Paul, but I'm not going to quibble over half a metre. Well, no, I am going to quibble. Flash, yeah. Well, when Flash makes a 10-yard run, it's really a 10.5-yard run, isn't it? Okay, who's that? McHugh, well, he's got Yorkie outside, he's going to take it himself. Oh,
super try, under the post of started from nothing. That will be another baby tonight. Another baby. See Mrs. McHugh jump up. It's baby time for Mr. McHugh. You lovely little sausage, you. Red hair or not, he still loves you. Okay. Oh, no, Mick. Guess what happens now, Mick? Guess what happens now?
Step, 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 stab.
Yes, that's right. Step, step, and stab. Don't forget the end.
Well, Dom Kennelly's fetching the ball now, and if he goes any slower, mate, he won't be taking the kick till halfway through first grade.
That's great.
All right, well, once again, Paul, that was a very nice try.
What more can you say, Mick?
What more could you say? Super try from...
Well, I don't know. His batteries are running out. Dum Kennedy's batteries are running out. Look, he's waving to us. Hello, Dum.
Hi, Dum.
Yes, no, Dum. Well, he's waiting. What is he waiting for? Sand?
His parents, Paul, I must commend Mr. and Mrs. Kennedy. They must have really had a lot of foresight to know to name him
on for the first time in the game.
With the...
Get all your reserves on.
Okay, they're lining up the reserves now to come on. Well, they've got this grand final, Paul. What's the score?
Well, I'd just like to say these lovely young ladies here have done their Father's Day shopping. What did you get, Dad, ladies? What did you get, Dad? Tie, a nice tie, ladies? Not saying anything.
Well,
what'd you get, Dad?
I think
they don't know. Look, they know they've brought Father's Day, but they don't want to be embarrassed on the camera. What did they buy? What did they buy? Oh, they've brought streamers.
No, they've bought Dad some hankies, a nice hanky and underpant combination set.
Back to the step.
Step, that's 74, 75.
Oh, short. What's straight,
straight, stab.
Oh.
Well, he's only missed one goal today, Paul, so I guess you can't really complain.
Yeah, but then again, they've all been in front except for that one he missed. Oh, my God. Well, I think it's time they get the reserves on it. They've had a fair thing. I don't think they can lose from 20-0, Mick. What about you?
Well, I tell you what, they put me and my brothers out there and they'll give it a damn good show. Luckily, none of us are on the bench. Okay.
Well, we know this guy's name. Number
Mark de Brinkett, of course. Of course. He's wearing number 24 because he couldn't fit in.
Huge mother of a man.
Well, he's a big boy, isn't he? Oh, they've put in the short kick, desperation effort. And McHugh the try, and he's going to go for another one, isn't he?
He is. He'll go for another baby. Casey down.
Oh, I tell you what. He's calling for a reserve referee, I believe. Apparently, actually, this is Peter Casey's swan song, and I must say, Paul, he's had a pretty good game.
He's had a super game, I think.
Mind you, when the score's 20-0, it's a bit
controversial. Cowie! Oh, and he's offloaded! Oh, yes. He's Simon Plus. Ian Roberts. Oh, Flash Gillen. This could be anything, and it won't.
Oh, it could be a massive head clash. And the opposing fullback, it's Ronnie Fraser, didn't like it. Goes out through the backs now, Paddy Prio. Even though they're all forwards, Scotty York straightens it up.
York looking for a try. Hog, son. Typical York. Always hogging. You know those Yorks, Mick, don't you?
Oh, the Yorks could never play football.
You know, Dad Teddy, he's always been a hog.
Hope.
On the road. Hog everywhere.
All right. Oh, hang on.
We got on about hogging a bit too much, didn't we?
And he's...
Ian Roberts will have it. Killing out.
Well, nobody wants to touch him. Why is that, Paul? That's Kieran Shanahan. I'm waiting for the ball to go to Morris Takanuki again, so I can call him by his real name because I've had a request to call him.
Tate Sauce.
Yes, I've had a request to call him by his proper name, Morris Tutuwaki. All right.
Prio now. I'll just steal that back off you. There he is, Jeff Cowling, super game, man of the match. Absolute magic. Well done, Jeff. Well, we've got to say something just quickly about Jeff Cowling.
Well, I don't know.
3 successive years, grand final win. Try, Mick. We've just missed a try. Super try. Tom Kennedy worked through McHugh. McHugh goes on to Kennedy. Kennedy just slipping a ball away to Anderson, and he's worked well for a try. Super try. We'll go on about Cowling just quickly.
Well, if I could just go on about...
Why are you on about... I want to go on about...
I want to go on about something different. It looks like that epic scene out of... what's your favourite movie? Gone with the Wind, you know, the scene where they got about 40,000 injured people lying on the field. SRA, well, they did. They had about 4 people down, and College had about 3, Paul.
Well, now you're
all right, Jeff Cowling. Well, what can you say?
3 years, 3 grand finals.
3 years, 3 grand finals, 3 premierships.
Correct, Mick. Only one other player has done it, and that was Kenny Rodden. Will go down in the record book. Well, the opposition have just set up shop over there, and absolutely looking magic, isn't it?
Magic. Well, I tell you what, they'd need a bit of hanky-panky, Paul. Oh, I see what you're looking at. My God. Here we are with our little handy cam here. And no offence, Spoonsy, we're doing a good job. We're doing what we can, but, you know, it's just the funds. We haven't quite got the funds. And
well, we've only got a stand. We don't have to hang on to their microphones.
Next door to us, ladies and gentlemen, just to...
Just check out their gear.
Oh, Spoonsy's told us to stop it.
How about the stab, step, please?
Okay, well, here he goes. No, thanks. Okay, Dumb Kennedy now. That's 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. He's just taken the 52 steps this time, and here he goes.
Straight as a die.
Stab.
Oh, piss ball.
Well, it had to happen, didn't it?
You can't stab that far, Mick. You can only stab in front.
He's a little bit weak any more than 15 yards out, isn't he, Paul?
He is. He wants to stab, not as straight. Okay, there's been a replacement of the SRA. That's Glenn Hickson off. Been replaced by Chris Boot.
How do you know that, Paul? Okay, Footy's on. Footy. That's a very appropriate name for a rugby league player, isn't it, Paul? Footy, yeah, it is. Footy head. Okay. Footy bum.
Well, Lily to kick off. He's going to throw one down. He'll probably land.
All right, he puts in a nice little off break there, but they're going to get it on the full. I tell you what, he's got to get more flight, doesn't he, Paul?
He does.
Or else they're just going to smack him for 4.
Swinging about air in the air.
I have no idea what the score is, but I believe it's 24-0.
Correct. He's marked the Brinket with a huge run.
Oh, I tell you what.
What?
Oh, just tell you.
Now, to the blind side once again. Goes through John McDonald.
Oh, we know his name, don't we? Oh, and he's dropped
maybe
the ball.
If he did a bit more work, we'd call him out a few more times. And well, they are going down a hell of a lot now, SRA. Why don't they just ring the bell and get over and done with? Probably do a SRA. They want to get on the piss really quick. Been pretty quiet down there. Well, Martin Brinkett's been reprimanded by the referee. Well, look at that. They've won the ball from it.
What can you say about Jeff Cowling? I mean, he's a great gladiator for the game and a great ambassador for the game, isn't he? He leaves the field, and what does he do? He climbs the stand. He's tired. He climbs the stand to say hello to Mum and Dad.
Very good, mate.
Unfortunately, it was my Mum and Dad. He's a little bit confused. He's concussed.
He must be concussed.
And God, my Mum and Dad are home at Girraween, so it was a long walk for him.
All right. We're trying to work out the next... What's that guy's name? Number 26.
Hey.
Who? John McLaughlin?
Mark Gibson. Big Gibbo. Okay, big Gibbo. That's Gibbsy.
Oh, number 20.
Gibbsy. Gibber.
Gibber. Oh, Gibb.
Oh, Gobby Goober.
Mark the Brincat. Huge run, son. Done somebody run, son.
I tell you what, we got Eddie Van Halen warming up on the sideline. Jump. Okay.
Mark the Brincat now with the ball. He's come on well. What a super replacement they've made here. Anderson now. It's got to be another try time. They go to the blind. Patsy Gillen not ready for it. Just having a bit of a bludge like he usually does. He gets away. McHugh, number 2. Oh.
They're going to have triplets, I tell you what. All right. Oh, and he's done it. All right,
well, looks like he's out now.
Make it just twins. I was going to say duet. I got my genealogical terms wrong. In fact, I don't think genealogical is the right term either. 7-0. Well, it's not too late for SRA. They can still win the 1991 Premiership.
Ian Roberts off. Kieran Shanahan off.
Kieran Shanahan off and
Mark Gibson on, Mick.
Big Gibby. Oh, Gibbsy.
Oh, Gibbo. Gibbon. Gibson. Gibbo.
Gibbs on.
Yeah, good one, Jack.
Yeah.
Okay, back with me. Chip and chase by Lilly. He hasn't got the pace. Oh, Face Gillen almost set up for a huge hospital. But oh, he's met on the halfway line. Solely by number 3, Darren Dooley. Dick's son. Anderson now goes on to Angus McPherson. Well, Van Halen, been caught by Van Halen. He's probably whispering a few heavy metal songs into his ear there. Prio now, gives it to York, he'll hog it. And he does. Oh! Oh, that's a head clash.
Well, it's a head-knee clash, really.
Well, head-knee. Here's tomato sauce, was it? Dumb Kennedy playing a super blindside game. Hurley out there for the bludgeon. They keep swinging out to him.
I always found, Paul, when I was at my peak of my rugby league career, which didn't last for very long. Let me tell you.
Like 2 games, right?
No, it was a good 1 or 2 minutes when I scored that try off Bob O'Reilly.
Bob O'Reilly, yes.
Yes, what a game I had that day. I had a horrendous game, Anyway, what I was going to say is that...
Are we going to get back to the game at all?
No, I won't even say what I was going to say. Okay. Well, I was going to say that...
Right.
That using that 2-inch blindside down the sideline, that usually does not work, does it? Dom Kennedy tried to use that 2 inches to his full advantage and back to the game.
Yes.
All right, they've got a new kicker now. That's Anderson, of course. Of course. He can do it all, can't he?
He can. So he scored the last try. Anderson now to take the tap. He moves across, doesn't know where to take it.
Well, they want 30.
Prio now to bring it on the inside. Will he get it? No. Seen him coming from a mile away. Has to get deeper and run harder. Prio now, the silly ball. That'll be knock on. Thought it was going to be a knock back, Mick. Oh, look at that. They got monitors on. We can check our monitors next game. Super TVs. Scrum now will be going down. Can't be long to go, Mick.
No, about 2.5 games, Paul. Oh, my God. All right. They scurry it out now, SRA. They're still in it. All they need is a 28-point try. All right. Peter Casey now giving a token penalty now. The penalty counts, Paul, so far?
3 all, mate. 3
all. Our statistician, he's really not on his game today, is he?
Dick's really dropping the ball behind him.
Well, I don't know about you, Paul, but once we hit about 16, 20-0, I've really lost interest.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Need more excitement play. Bit of rain, maybe hail. Bit of hail or something like that. Oh, no, here's Lily now.
That was a grand final day to remember. The 88 grand final with the hail. Actually, that was our swan song here, wasn't it, Paul?
It was, Mick.
And we took out the grand final.
Number 14 going on.
That's Eddie Van Halen.
No, that's...
Oh, it's got to be Cuppy too.
No, I think it's Chris Gangamy. It's not, you know.
Chris, what was that thing?
Glugless.
Chris.
Well, they gave her the 2 points. No, they won't.
We're so bored now, we're getting down to in-jokes that only you and I will ever understand. And there's Michel Dupre looking resplendent in his number 2 jersey for the second grade team.
He's so pretty, isn't he? I feel pretty.
And who's that going on now, Paul? Number 27.
Well, Pash Gillen.
Well, Patchy Gillen, what can you say?
Super game.
Well,
it's the funniest thing in the world, and we didn't comment on it. pass the ball out, and he just kept running. And he's a reserve. Look how nice and clean he is. They've had a bit of a giggle, number 18 and number 15, about it. Number 2 now. Well, they're absolutely...
38th reserve they brought on, College. Is that allowed?
2 twos.
Oh, and the 4.
Dumb Kennedy's up. Hooker.
Oh.
The hooker. The rocker.
And there's Jeff Cowling. He's going back on, is he? No.
Yeah, he will. Well, Sean Irvine yet to get a game. I thought that's a bit sad.
Well, the new hooker, he hasn't exactly done a clean heel there. But I'm totally bored, Paul.
I'm a little bit bored of this game. I just can't wait for second grade to come for the Bill Buckle Memorial Trophy.
Well,
Buckley.
Up for grabs here.
This is a John Pollard.
No, not now.
No, come on, yes. Yes, please. Yeah. Okay, Anderson. No.
No, it's across there.
Anderson to feed the ball now. SRA. Had to be a penalty eventually, but we don't know what for. We don't really care. Yeah, no salad sauce. Drink and a drink. We're just ordering our food for lunch, if you don't mind, people. Well, they've taken the quick tap, that's early. He's worked tirelessly all day and met solidly by the defensive Castle once again. Okay, goes out looking for Van Halen. That's Luxford, I think. Luxford, yes.
Luxie.
Oh, Luxie.
Paul.
He's luckless.
I have finally reached absolute boredom stage. I'm totally bored out of my brain.
Oh, hang on. Well, we'd rather see someone like UTS. Oh, Jesus. But it's a comedy of errors.
Well, it's not very funny, Paul.
The reserves think it's bloody funny.
The reserves for State Rail Authority are having a good chuckle down there at the expense of their fellow players, and I can't say I blame them. I mean, I think it's 28-0, Paul, and
what can you do?
I mean, I'll call it off, Peter Casey. Where's your compassion? All right, it's they're about 15 yards out, Paul College, and who's that? Oh, I couldn't give a stuff. Look.
Oh, I'll just steal the microphone off and snore. Okay, goes now McHugh. He's looking for triplets tonight. The man will probably be the only lucky man tonight. Goes out to John Tatar. Needing to get it onto his big centre, Tony Fettuccini.
Well, we finally got his first and second name right. No, we haven't. Just for Dave Daly's sake, the number 4 out there is not Morris Takanuki or Tukuwaki. It's Morris Terrari, Paul. Is that correct?
That's correct, Mick. Scott York now takes the ball up, and oh my God, I can speak at this tone of voice all the way to the end of this game. McHugh now throws the ball down with a huge kick, goes up the halfway. Suits, they've outdone us. Well, I don't know, Mick. They've probably come from the Hornsby side, I'd say. Well, penalty after penalty. I told you, it's starting to get a bit tired now. But Casey once again. Well, he's actually the commentator. He's from you now. You
two lovely men in nice tweed jackets.
Tweed jackets.
Really, well, they're outdoing us on all grounds, aren't they?
But our ties aren't being outdone, hey? Competition, rivals. Oh, wait for first grade. There could be rivals going on. Clashes in the commentary booth later on.
Come on, Paul, don't worry. We've been doing this for 40 years now. We're not about to be beaten by some young upstarts in the commentary game.
Well, we might be bored shitless by then.
Well, yeah, hopefully the standard will pick up a bit, and the opposition, college's opposition, will actually be able to make a game of it, Paul. Anyway, it goes out, and that's Darwin Carlube. I tell you what, that's always the token try, is it? No.
Should have got it then, mate.
Well, Darwin Carlube, he's been in everything today. Well, no, he hasn't. No one knows him. Everyone in SRA has had a shocker.
Yes, basically they have. The trains have not run on the time. Have they really?
And those boys for SRA down the side, they're still having a bit of a chuckle, aren't they?
A smoke and a drink.
Yeah,
they should have taken on number 11, Mick. He was being stuffed.
Harold Withers. Well, he really did wither early in that second half, didn't he? And he's not really showing the sort of fitness that you'd like to see from a player grand final time.
Not really, Mick. I don't like to see this grand final at all. Can we turn it off?
Well, we're building up here, ladies and gentlemen. I can feel the atmosphere right now. It's second grade coming up, and then, of course, the big clash. The big clash, that's Bum's dad there. Very similar body style. All right, of course, we're building up for the big clash, the game you've all been waiting for, which is the ladies' first grade hockey, which will be coming to you at 3 o'clock today from the other ground.
Margaret host in the number 1. Oh, McPie McHugh.
Well, we should be getting excited, I suppose. There's Morris Terrari, and he's got a Quinella. There, Paul, has he, or has he got a trifecta?
That's not a bad try. That's all over bar the shouting.
Well, they've made it to 30, haven't they? Is it 28? It's all up. Well, thank God Dom Kennedy's off. Who's going to do the kicking?
Who's going to stab?
I think Morris Takanuki's going to do the kicking.
Well, Paddy Prio's coming down to have a stab. No. Bit of a shake of the hand. Well, no one knows.
I'm not going to take a kick.
Well, you take. No, I'll take. You take. Right. I'll have a stab. Who's stabbing?
Well, just quietly, Paul. I wouldn't mind having a go.
I'll have a go. Excuse me if you don't mind, fellas. I wouldn't mind just a little kick.
And they're still having a nice little giggle down the sideline, SRA.
Yeah. And they're only being whipped 40-0.
Well, it's a fickle game, rugby league, Paul.
Fickle?
Fickle.
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 Oh, fickle. Oh, yeah, and our food's arrived. Okay, Morris Tomamari.
Oh, wow.
Thank you very much. And lovely. Here he goes. He's not a stabber. He's a good kicker, actually, Mick. Put that iron over. Oh, pardon me once again. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, you've just seen the most boring grand final ever. But Castle running away. We think of around about 32-0.
I think it was 30-0, Paul. I have no idea, but around 30-0. And really, SRA not in this grand final.
Don't come back to me. I'm eating.
Paul's eating. Okay, well that.
The match referee says that about refereeing very.
All right, refereeing. Peter Casey in his swan song had possibly the greatest game of his refereeing career. Still had a shocker, but the best game of his career. All right,
McHugh.
Well, Paul's given his man of the match. Let's give the 3-2-1. I think I'd go with 3-2, and then 1 plus 4. All right, we've given our 3-2-1. 3 points and possible conception tonight. Sorry. 1 point, of course, the ever-present made his three grand finals trifecta, Jeffrey Cowling.
Yes, very well done, Jeff.
2 points, Paul.
Number 2, I think we've gone for Big Flash Gillen.
Patchy Gillen, great game from fullback, always there. And number 3, like I said, could be triplets tonight, Paul.
Yes,
big,
they're very popular.
They're very parental, very fertile. Matthew Makiyu.
Very well done, Matt. Looks like another red-headed kick for you, son.
And not surprisingly, Paul, SRA failed to figure in the 3-2-1 in this game.
They failed to score, mate, at any point.
Oh, and look who's down there to MC today. Bum, I'm actually... There's a bit of a scandal, Paul. A bit of a scandal. They didn't ask us to do the MC role for today. And well, I tell you what an atmosphere. It's grand final fever, isn't it? And we've got a huge crowd. We'd be building up to, we'd have about 33,000 people, and we'll pass it over to Bum.
Right, get on. Well, is it true? Does this bum have a job?
On behalf of the competition, I'd like to thank the Captain Holly and the State Rail Authority for a very great contribution to the grand final. It's always a wonderful achievement to reach the grand final. Unfortunately, there can be only one winner. I think we've all been fortunate enough to watch a marvellous game played in a very good spirit.
Always.
I call on former great John Pollard to present the trophy to the winning team.
Of course, Paul, John Pollard won 4 consecutive 4th grade grand finals from him. He's certainly not a current great, is he, Paul?
Very ugly, but very dapper. Oh. Well, you only had to buy it, mate, and put your name on it. That's why you've got it. Bullshit. Ruba. Well, it was 30, ladies and gentlemen.
They've shown their strength right throughout the year in being the minor premiers in all 3 grades. And that takes a lot of
thank myself and Mick Collins for getting them there. Put your jumper back on. Well done, young Paddy Prio, captaining his side once again. He's been many things. I think he's been in practically a grand final this year. Well done, Pat Prio. Oh, this could be good. It looks like he's going to be sucking Hosey again tonight. Pardon me.
Donk.
And all the administrators at the Catholic College. I'd like to thank our coach, Team Haywood, and the other coaches that are out for the throughout the year. Catholic College taking you to win 3 grand finals, and that's the first. Thank you.
Very well spoken there by Pat Prio, Mick.
Well, he did pretty well, Paul. Paddy Prio did very well. He only used 3 footballing cliches there. Okay, here comes Hordo. Hordo and he's 33 grand, 33rd.
I hope he leaves on his jumper. Oh, where are you going, Hordo? Well, a bit jealous here, eh, Hordo? At least we can get our buses on time, not like your trains. Oi! Oh, outstanding. He's picked up 3. Well, that's definitely a doogie tonight.
Well, he's made a clean sweep of the awards, Paul. Matt McHugh, number 16, the 580, had a great game, didn't he?
He had a super game, mate.
Lap of honour!
Well, he won't be talking a lot. He'll probably be saying, ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ooh.